Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and today we're going to be doing the question and answer video. Now in the pilot episode there was a lot of questions and I went and picked the cream of the crop, but if you want to go and get a possibility to get into the next episode, make sure to go and post your question in the comment section below. So we're going to go and start out with a pretty morbid question, and it comes from Alex PG, and he goes and asks, do you think CA will die between 2016 and 2017? Now, that's a pretty rough question, you know, it's going straight to the point, but CA has been on a steady decline. Everybody knows it, but I don't think CA will die because there is always a player base for the game. There will always be a certain amount of people playing, certain amount of people going and buying the next, and overall it's still to prove to be profitable for Nexon. However, once Line of Sight comes out, there may be a bit of a shift of resources towards the Line of Sight and a bit less emphasis on combat arms because CA has been getting quite a few updates recently, and I think maybe in the next year or two, that may slow down a little bit. The second question for today comes from Timothy Cho, and he goes and says, hey UCD, would you rather become very popular on YouTube and take it up full time, or get a full-time job through what you're currently studying at uni? So the plan is, I am 1 year through a 5-year university degree. It's a double degree, engineering and programming. And basically, once I complete that, and that's what I really want to do, go straight through 5 years, get this baby done, and from there, we'll go and see how everything looks. If YouTube has gone up to a size, like if I'm a couple 100,000 subscribers, I'm getting enough views and I can sustain myself and I'm enjoying it still, then definitely I'd love to go and do it as a job. But the chance of that happening is so incredibly small. And the actual idea of getting a real job, either through engineering company or programming company or whatever, is a much more secure and stable option. So that's something that seems more likely to go ahead because the actual chance of the YouTube thing happening is ridiculously small. But saying that, if the opportunity came across, I'll go and grab it with two hands and hold on to it as long as I could, but more than likely, it's going to be the straight and narrow and keeping YouTube as a hobby. The next question comes from Rolly, and he goes and says, what do your parents think about being a YouTuber and the fact you game a lot? Name 5 guns you wish CA never implemented, and what is your favourite forged gun from CA? Now the first one with me being a YouTuber, I think they're pretty supportive of it, which is really good. I can just go and do what I want, and even though I play video games a lot, well, a lot is subjective. I don't play too many hours of actual video gaming. A lot of it is actually editing video and putting stuff together and researching content. The actual playing of the game is a pretty minimal amount. And you can ask a lot of YouTubers and they would have pretty much the same thing. A lot of the actual time on the computer itself is being creative and working up ideas and writing scripts and stuff like that. So the actual video gaming part may be only 2 or so hours a day in comparison to the YouTube part, which is quite a bit more, but it's not excessive where I'm sitting on the computer for 15 hours a day. It doesn't really come out that way. For the second question, I would go and get rid of, never implement the Maxes, of course, the Duels, of course, Orphus, Mines, and the TAR-21. All of these guns, terrible, should never exist. Favorite forged gun from CA? I'd say the Thompson. The Thompson is a pretty good weapon in my opinion. It's just fun to use, massive magazine, spray and pray for days. Now the next question comes from James Strayle, and he goes and asks, has a fan ever randomly approached you? And I believe it was at a gig, a metal gig, in Hearts Wake I believe, and one of my subscribers, I think, he just came up to me and said, hey Alex, but I could barely hear him because it was in the mosh, which is where people go and push each other basically, so I couldn't really know if it was somebody I knew from school or whatnot, or if it was just some random person. But it turned out to be just a random subscriber, and he added me on Snapchat because he saw it from a video or whatever, and he said, oh hey Alex, I don't know if he was at Soundwave as well. Like, he goes to heaps of gigs and whatnot, and there's supposedly been a lot of sightings of me, a lot of people saying they've seen me, but nobody comes up to me. If you see me, come up to me, that'd be really cool. It'd be cooler for me than for you. Seeing me isn't very cool, but me seeing you, that you actually watch my videos and have recognized me, that would be just absolutely blow me away. That would be so awesome. The next question is by Henson98760, and he goes and asks what direction for my channel since Combat Arms has been on a downfall for years. And basically, to really go and sum it up quite quickly, mainstream shooters, because those are the games that I've been playing. The AAA titles like Call of Duty, Battlefield, a new Battlefield especially, Escape from Tarkov, that game is so good. Overwatch, that game is looking so good. And Counter-Strike Global Offensive as well. The new shooters coming out, and even existing shooters that have been out for, quite a while. Rainbow Six Siege is a game as well that I've been playing quite a lot of. I want to go and get into those, because those are the games that I've been playing. I haven't played CA much in the last couple of months, and to be perfectly honest, I've been playing other games, but I haven't felt comfortable introducing them to my channel. But 2016, new year, new me, and I think UCD needs a bit of a makeover, and I think going into these type of games would be good. Now, I'm not ditching Combat Arms, I'm not ditching free to play. I just want to go and have something that can go and broaden my horizons and give me less a creative restriction, because that is basically what the free-to-play genre did to me to an extent, where I couldn't go and really play any other games because I thought my audience wouldn't really want to enjoy it. But I've kind of learned that I want to go and do stuff that I want to go and do as well. I want to go and do Combat Arms stuff, but I really want to go and do these other games as well. And I think that people that don't want to watch it have the decision just not to watch it. But I know there will be people that want to go and watch this type of stuff, and therefore I want to go and introduce it to my channel. Now, the next question comes from McGill Valat, and he goes and says, would you say the community has gotten better with the servers being united? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really seen much of a difference personally, because I don't play the game really that much. But when I'm on North America, it's fine. When I'm on global, it's fine. There might have been, a bit of harassment here and there, but it's just CA, that's how it goes. So I don't really have an opinion. I'm just very neutral about it. And how old am I? I am 19. Chrome Velocity goes and asks, top 3 favorite past present CA YouTubers. Let's go and split it. Present YouTubers, Carrie Satan, Roko64 and Y4 in no particular order. Past YouTubers, Backstar, I'm Hilarious, and who's another guy I used to watch? Amnesty. I'm a Tasty Cookie. Man, his montages were just so mint. But those are CA commentators besides a Tasty Cookie. When you come to editors, that's a whole different story. Like Hyper TV, he's just an amazing editor and a really good friend. So he would be up there as well. And there's quite a few people in the CA community. A lot less than, previous years, but there's still a few people hanging around, which is pretty good. The next question comes from Aura KB, and he goes and asks, what is your advice for beginners in Combat Arms? Well, besides from don't play the game, I joke. When it comes to Combat Arms, use the free rotation weapons and buy a light vest with the GP that you earn. That would be really key. Now, play arms race if you don't have enough GP to go and actually buy weapons, and you'll be on a level playing field basically, besides from gear. Playing modes like Hunted is really good as well, and I'm suggesting these modes because you don't go and play with all the overpowered NX weapons, and therefore you won't rage quit as easily as I do. Playing Elam and One Man Army, it's very frustrating because people just have better weapons than you and lag and whatnot. But Arms Race and Hunted and Fire Team, very good modes if you really want to go and play this game. Demon of Dragon goes and says, how's the Twitch setup looking like? Really good. I went and did some Twitch streams last week, and they were just perfect. The quality wasn't the best, but no dropouts. Got really good feedback. Lots of viewers in the chat. Lots of people typing and whatnot. Had a great stream. So if you want to go and check me out, twitch.tv/undercoverdudes. I picked that question just for this plug. If you want to go and follow me on there, it'd be absolutely fantastic. And I'll do some streams whenever I really feel like it. No schedule at the moment. Zooming right into the next one, Lyham Denault. If Nexum were to, they never will, release a backdated version of Combat Arms with no NX, would you play it? I'm not going to go and read the rest because I know exactly what you mean. Like the MapleStory, like the RuneScape, back to 2007 era. That's something I was thinking about a couple days ago. Like Nexon should make Combat Arms, but 2007 version, 2008, 2009, whatever, back in the day. but with no lag and no hackers and whatnot, and just basic GP weapons, and maybe make it just like $5 to go and get into the game. I would pay $5 to play old Combat Arms. That would be absolutely sick. So think about it, Nexon. Get some ideas. That'd be really, really cool. The next question comes from Game Boy CZ, and he goes and asks, who is your favorite CSGO professional player / team? Now, player has to be Get Right, man. Get Right is an absolute god, and therefore my favorite team is Ninjas in Pajamas. Like, I've been following this team since Counter-Strike Global Offensive started. I haven't been following them, previously, back in the Source and 1.6 days. Not back then, but as Counter-Strike Global Offensive started, I was on the NIP bandwagon. During their 86-0 run or 82-0 run, I was right there with them, boys, going supporting the team. And damn, those some good days with the original OG squad with Fiflar and just going bottom fragging every game. But here's a key player. He played the support role, and NIP was a really, really fun team to watch, and it's still a really fun team to watch, and I still like watching them to this day. And from that, I think we are done. Damn, that took quite a long time to do. But regardless, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to go and give it a like rating. And if you want to go and post your comments for the next Q&A, please go and do so I can go and have other stuff to go and answer. That would be really, really cool. But other than that, Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, out.